All right, how about now? Test it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now. What's up, man?
My bad. My bad, y'all. I was in class, so I had to switch my situation up. What's good, everybody? What's popping with y'all, man? Hit that like button on the way in. Hit the subscribe button. Because we all we got at this point, Dave. PNP and the family. That's all we got right now, Dave. We got shellacked on Sunday. Dave, we did not get to hear from you. We did not get to hear from you on Sunday. What
There's
say
reasons.
what say ye, Dave?
I made the decision that I'd rather talk about the 15th anniversary of Jay-Z's American Gangster than to talk about what the hell I saw in that bar at Dave and Buster's on Sunday. That's the decision I made. I hopped into the stream when I think it was when Joe Mixon scored like the third touchdown. So yeah, it was it was bad. Bro, I've been watching the Panthers since their inaugural season. I've never seen a first half like that. Ever. Like ever. Ever. Like ever. 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 I don't think by far the worst deficit we've ever had in the first half. We're down by 35 points in the first half. Joe Mixon single-handedly helped me win a fantasy matchup on Sunday. Single-handedly. He got me 71 points in the league. 5 touchdowns, bro. Jesus. Terrible. I had on the A&T shirt before this, but I threw on the Luke Kuechly shirt to remind me that we haven't had a really great linebacker in a very long time. And it's been a long time since this franchise did not have a great linebacker on the roster. And I think it's time, guys. It's time. It's time. We gotta fix this.
Man. Yeah. So Dave, and it's funny you say, you never seen the Panthers play like this before. And I said it during the stream. And it was confirmed statistically that by halftime, that was the worst halftime deficit in franchise history, 35 points. And I was saying it during the stream that I had never in my life seen a Panthers team play like that ever. And I was right in my assumption. Everybody was trying to say, "Oh no, you this XY this year." Nah, bro, that was the worst performance in a half I ever seen. And no, I'm not giving sympathy points for what we did in the second half. Baker came in at garbage time, and now everybody wants to hype Baker back up. And Baker, bro, they were playing prevent. They were trying to go home, bro. They didn't care anymore. They had 42 points.
Game was over. The game was over.
They could care less. Okay. So no, I'm not giving him any kind of credit for going. I mean, he had a couple of nice throws. He almost had a couple of picks too.
It didn't matter. The game, by the time when Baker showed up, the game was over. The game was over. You know the moment when I knew the game was over? When we fumbled the kickoff to end the half. When we fumbled the ball to end the half. That's when I knew the game was over. And I knew that we weren't going to see PJ anymore either. And, so then I'm watching the second half. And the only reason why I stayed at the bar was because I had an Apple appointment for my AirPods. That's the only reason why I stayed at the bar. Otherwise, I would have already left. I would have left midway through the third quarter. Because I saw enough.
Yeah, it was terrible game, man. Terrible game. And it's unfortunate because we came off that hard fought game against the Falcons, and it was a complete letdown. They did not show any heart. It looked like they didn't even want to be there from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Road game. It didn't look like they wanted it at all, bro. It just was a bad game for the Carolina Panthers, and it is what it is. Okay. So we are going to talk about a couple of things. There's a couple of things that fell out real quick. Shout to Landon with the super chat says they had us looking like Apollo and Rocky IV, all lumped up pretty bad. So we're going to talk about the game, a couple of other things, but I'm not going to be here too long because, it's really nothing for us to really talk about. I mean, we gonna talk about,
No,
but God,
my Scotch glass is pretty high, man. So I mean, we gotta at least get to one of
no,
our
yeah,
meals
we'll,
at
we'll
least.
we'll get you through your drink, Dave. We'll get you through your drink. But let's go ahead and talk about it because I mean, a couple things did happen today. Couple of things, couple of dare I say scapegoats, Dave, were let go. Evan Cooper, DB coach, and Paul Pasqualani, was also let go. Dave, what are your thoughts on these two assistant coaches getting the can?
I'm not shocked by Cooper because he's a rule guy. I'm kind of shocked by Pasqualoni because I don't think he's a rule guy.
He's
But I'm
not.
not shocked by Cooper. But I think Pasqualoni, that could have been a situation where he might not have been on the same page with the rest of the coaching staff under Wilkes. Because you got to remember Wilkes is a defensive guy. But Cooper, he's a rule guy. So, I was shocked that he survived when rule guy let go. I thought he would have went with Snow and company too. So,
Yeah, and it's funny. A couple weeks ago,
and he does look like Jeff Nixon. That ain't Evan Cooper. That's Jeff
it's
Nixon.
not my bad. My bad. I just
That's
pulled the
definitely Jeff
picture.
Nixon.
I pulled the first.
We don't
picture
all
that
look
came up.
alike,
My
Rashad.
bad. I know. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. I
That's
didn't.
absolutely Jeff
The
Nixon.
first one that came up. My bad. First one that came up. I threw him up there, and I thought about
That's
that too.
hilarious, by the way.
But it's all good. My bad. Hey, I'm human. I made a mistake. But yeah, no. So Evan Cooper, he is a rule guy, and he was just getting, some praise, from Wilkes a couple weeks ago. He talked about keeping Evan Cooper around. He's, a decent guy. He's a good guy, and now all of a sudden he gets the can. If you look at the performance from our secondary, not that great. You look at the performance for our defensive line, not that great. Like we look awful against one of the worst offensive lines. I kept reading the stats. They were giving up like 29 sacks all season to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow got sacked 29 times, and we sacked him like once. The other sack came on the backup quarterback. So that's unsatisfactory. Okay, not a good look. So both of those. That's why I think I just think these guys are scapegoat firings, in my opinion. You're trying to make an example out of somebody. It ain't really going to change nothing, in my opinion. You're promoting guys that are already there. It's not like you're bringing in somebody new, a new voice. You just cutting costs at this point, really, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. It is what it is with the coaching changes, man. I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
No Hook is the best song on the album. But I mean, like I said, one was expected. I was kind of shocked at Pasqualoni, but then again, could have been a little beef. But you knew somebody was going to get fired after what the hell I saw yesterday. Somebody had to go. And I said this on Twitter, and I'll say it again. Wilkes ain't quitting on this shit, bro. Wilkes is going to try to make this work. Like, he's going to try to make this work. Like, I don't think he's given up on the season yet, and I think he's going to try to make this work, and he's going to try to do it the way he wants to do it. So I can't knock him for that. But we'll see.
Yeah. So it is what it is, man. Coaching changes. We'll see if it amounts to anything. We got the Falcons coming up next week on a short week on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. But, right now, these guys are just, scapegoats to me. Dave, Sam Darnold is back. He's activated on the 53-man roster. Not too sure if he's still going to get a jersey or not. I think they asked Wilkes about that, and he said he wasn't sure. Baker Mayfield is going to be the backup, and they also declared P.J. Walker the starter officially. So where does that leave Sam Darnold? I don't know. A lot of us don't want to see Sam Darnold. Didn't want to see Sam Darnold ever again. But some of us were saying, hey, why not?
We're not going to see Baker again. I don't care what anybody says. They're still managing that man's time. Baker played because PJ was that terrible. And I'm being keeping a buck, bro. Baker played because PJ was that terrible.
Yeah, he was bad.
They're not trying to play. They're not trying to play Baker. They're not trying to give up that higher draft pick.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn what.
I think that's pretty clear that it's all about that draft pick, the 4th to 5th round. I think it's pretty clear that they're not playing Baker for that reason. There would be no other reason. PJ struggled, and it is what it is with PJ. Like, PJ needs a lot to be successful. Like, he needs the defense to play well. When the defense is not playing well, that's what's going to happen to PJ. You can't put PJ and Walker in a situation where he has to fight to come back because he's going to start pressing. And then with a pressing PJ is not what you want. That's not the quarterback you want back there. But shout out to Red Boy, man, in the PNP hoodie, man. Shout out to Red Boy for rocking the PNP hoodie. Tag me on Twitter with the picture. Retweeted that joint. He says the season is a wash. These moves mean nothing. Steve is blowing his chance.
I disagree.
I don't think he's completely blowing it, but it's getting close. Oh, it's getting close, Dave. It's getting close. Because of the way the division's set up, and because we still have an opportunity. I know the Saints are playing right now. I don't even know what's the score on that game.
7-0 Baltimore.
Yeah, so if the Saints lose, they'll still be at the bottom of the division with us. And the Bucks did get their W. They squeezed one out. But technically we're still in it. It's not over till it's over. But bro, we got to go on a hell of a run. We got to go on a hell of a run. That was supposed to happen this past Sunday.
All I'm going to say is this: wildcard team is 4-4. The final wildcard spot is a 500 record. That's all I got.
Yeah,
NFC's terrible, bro.
It is.
I know where we're at. I know where we're at.
We got a long way to go.
I didn't say we were close. I'm just saying we ain't as far as you guys are trying to hype it up to be.
No, it's pretty bad. Like, what we need right now, Dave, is consistency. Like, we had the Tampa game, great division opponent, awesome. We go out there, look good against another division foes and the Falcons. But now it seems once we get out the division, when we're unfamiliar,
I'm just about to say it, fam. Bro. I'm just about to say it, bro. Yo, we got to have a discussion about that. Yeah, if we keep seeing this pattern, then I'm with my man saying that it's done with Steve. He's got to show something against these non-divisional opponents. Yep. Like, I think we're going to play hard against Atlanta on Thursday, and I think that's part of the reason why he's going to go with PJ on Thursday too, because of the game he had against Atlanta. But if we don't start showing against these non-divisional opponents, yeah, Steve ain't gonna make it, bro. We're 2-1 in the division. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're 2-1 in the division. They gotta do better outside of the division than what we're doing right now.
And we ain't got that many division. Well, we got 3 division games left.
Yep.
We got the Falcons, Saints, and Bucks again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo, bro, like, you gotta win more than just 6 games. You gonna have to pull some other victories out.
It'll be 5. It'll be if he wins.
5.
If he wins the remaining,
5. My bad.
5, if he wins the remaining games, it'll be 5. So he'll be just as good as Rule.
Well, that's the number we're familiar with. We're familiar with 5. I mean, 5 wins. That's like our lucky.
You know what the funnier thing is? If he does somehow wins 5, odds are to be if he gets the 5 wins, odds are will be with PJ. You know what that would mean, sir? PJ Walker would have more wins than any quarterback since Rule's been the head coach. He'll have more wins than Teddy Bridgewater. He'll have more wins than Sam Darnold, and he'll have more wins.
That's wild. If you put that in perspective,
he already think about it. He's only 1 win away from having as much as the other 2. Like he already has 3 wins as a starter. Sam only has 4. Teddy has 4. PJ has 3. He's only 1 win away from tying him. Because he's the only guy that's been here all 3 years.
True.
Baker's only had 1. So, a former GM of the Panthers once said, "The answer sometimes is already on the roster." It's about to be one of those moments. PJ's been sitting on this damn roster all this damn time.
Well, he had a couple opportunities, bro.
He did.
Yeah, I mean,
every single time he showed up, it's just
So yeah, that's a great segue. I mean, but PJ was named the starter. Right, and Dave, we just talked about how he could be the winningest quarterback in recent history
in the Rule era. In the Rule era,
we got zapped.
Rule
the Rule era don't count. It didn't happen.
Nah. The worst era happened. No, the worst era happened. Let's be clear. The hashtag rule run.
Yeah. So, I mean, these guys, we still trotting out, and we don't know who our quarterback is, man. Like it's crazy to me. All these guys are now healthy.
You know what I notice more than anything else? I see a number 1 overall pick and I see a number 3 overall pick in this picture. That's what I see from the same draft. I see a number 1 overall pick and a number 3 overall pick from the same draft. Something that you guys are that a portion of this fan base is rooting for. While I'm looking at these damn quarterbacks from the draft that was so quarterback deep that we ain't truly seen somebody that's like ready yet. So, but you know what? As you were saying, Rashad, carry on.
I mean, I've got nothing. All I'm saying is that we've got PJ is named the starter. We're gonna probably play. I'm sure we'll see Sam Darnold at some point during the season. I'm quite sure it's gonna happen. The way things are going, it would not surprise me one bit if we saw all 3 of these guys play. Baker did come off the bench last week, on Sunday, and gave a little spark. Albeit we're down 35-0, and the Bengals playing prevent defense. And then the Baker boys came back out. The Baker bros, they came back out saying, "Yo, Baker need to start. We gotta see Baker." And PJ is getting the start again. I think PJ is. I don't know, man. I've got nothing. PJ needs the defense. Go ahead, Dave. Address it.
We've been to the Super Bowl twice. We went to the Super Bowl with an undrafted free agent, and we've been to the Super Bowl with the number one overall pick. You can go to the Super Bowl either way. You don't have to have a number 1 overall pick to get to the Super Bowl. Most of the time, most quarterbacks aren't first-round picks that play in the Super Bowl. They aren't. I mean, shit, they're not. I mean, go back. Look at the quarterbacks who's played in Super Bowls. You can count them. Count how many of them were first-round picks. And come back to me. We can talk. I mean, shit. Tom Brady been to a lot of them. He was a 6th-round pick. You've probably been to a lot of them in your lifetime. Trust me. I hired some folks who don't know nothing about other than Tom Brady being in the Super Bowl. The amount of times he's been to like 10 of them. 6th-round pick.
We got a lot of the thing is we got a lot of holes, bro. Like a quarterback.
We got a lot of holes. I wore this shirt for y'all to remind y'all of all the holes we got.
Yeah, we got a lot of issues.
I wore this for y'all.
A lot of issues.
I wore this for another reason too. But maybe we'll get into that later.
All right, that's it. That's all I got. PJ named the starter. This is not an updated offensive line. They played well. This is updated. Shout out to the offensive line. We're not losing because of them. You know, the defense didn't do their part. PJ didn't do his part. The offensive line played well. That's all I've got. Icky, I think this is his 2nd highest performance of the year. I think he had a phenomenal game against the 49ers. Christensen, Bozeman, decent. Corbett played a good game, and Moton also played a decent game. Had a couple of penalties, brought his grade down, but only gave up 3 pressures. We didn't have the ball that much, so I ain't really going to look too far into that. So shout out to the offensive line. Great Wall of Carolina is balling out. So again, shout out to them. Got to give them their props. Real quick, got to give a shout out to everybody, man. Patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. If you want to become a Patreon member, sign up. And you know what, Dave? I didn't plan for this, but I gotta do it next week because I gotta take out the folks that already won. I ain't got time to do that right now. But
when is the San Fran game?
San Francisco game already happened. The Steelers game is like week 16.
Steelers game. All right, so we got time.
It's like week 16. It's plenty. We're gonna do it this month. I got to give away one last ticket. For
we got to do it next week
club
because we got to
seats.
give folks time
It's
to
gonna happen
get
next
down
week.
there.
It's gonna happen next week. It's my fault. I forgot to
You out here trying to trying to educate yourself, man.
Yeah, I got too much going on. I forgot to do it. So my bad. Next week we will do the MVP giveaway for the Steelers game. So hang tight. That's the last ticket I got left. So hang tight. It will happen next week. If I forget, we'll do it at the end of the show next week. All right. Shout out to the MVP. Shout out to the franchise players. Got some jerseys to give away at some point, so hang tight. And shout out to all my free agents that rock with PNP, man. Appreciate y'all support. For everyone that is rocking with PNP financially, greatly appreciate that. And so, again, we love y'all and appreciate y'all. All right. Real quick Underdog Fantasy, John.
What's going on, guys? This is Dave from PNP, and I'm here to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. I just want to remind you that's the easiest place to play. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money in the same night, utilizing higher lowers in the Pick'em game. And now they have Pick'em Insurance, where while you won't win the same amount of money that you did before, you can miss one and still bring home some money. So if you do it 3 times, you could potentially still get your money back if you end up missing one. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up today and use the code PNP when you do. And the $100 deposit match still stands. Underdog Fantasy. Shout out to Underdog, man.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. MMA is upon us too. We got UFC fights going on. NBA is starting to pop off. College basketball have arrived. They do higher lowers for college basketball as well. So just get in where you fit in when it comes to Underdog Fantasy. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money. Use the code PNP.
Yep. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, man. Moving on. All right. Let's talk about it. Stock up, stock down real quick. PJ Walker was absolute trash. But was still named the starter for next week. So kind of is what it is. I'm pretty sure that Steve Wilkes was given some direction.
Hold on one second.
Saying, hey,
hold on one second. They do golf. They do the PGA Tour. They do golf. They also do esports. They got you, man. They do soccer too. They got you covered. Carry on. Sorry. We know PJ Walker was terrible.
Yeah, PJ Walker was awful. Got benched, and then Baker Mayfield came out. Terrible performance. Here's a super chat. Shout out to Red Boy again. Appreciate you. Question: if we get the number 1 or top 3 pick, what should we do? I say take a D end and get the QB in the second round. There's multiple ways to do that, right? You got to analyze what's out there. You got guys like Jalen Carter, you got guys like Will Anderson, both game changers, right? It's a lot of factors at play. It's a little early to kind of go through all that, but if you're picking top 3, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young are there, you got to take a long, hard look. Then you got to figure out what you're going to do with Matt Corral. Is he going to be a long-term backup? I don't know. But all I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna say this real quick because I've said this 1,000 times before. You get those guys. You get one of those quarterbacks. It ain't gonna mean shit if you don't get the right coach. And it ain't gonna mean shit if they're not supported with, obviously gonna have a decent offensive line because all those guys are under contract. It ain't gonna mean nothing if they're not supported. And so, while I do think if you're gonna bring, it's a good time to take a quarterback because you're bringing in a new head coach. So the timing would make sense if they don't like Corral. But if you're gonna look at that quarterback to be your savior, I would just think twice because it's gonna take more than the quarterback. It's gonna take more than the quarterback. Even when we got Cam, generational talent, it took 3 years before we went 12-4. So it's going to take more than just a quarterback for us to get it right. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
And Cam had numbers his first 2 years. People forget about that, particularly his first year. He threw 4,000 yards his first season. He broke Peyton Manning's rookie record his first season. But the other thing you got to factor in too is like what you said. I agree with what you said regarding the coaching. Because depending on what the coach thinks of Matt Corral, that's going to decide whether or not they're going to go quarterback. Because the coach likes Matt Corral, they're going to take BPA, and BPA ain't going to be quarterback. I can tell you that right now. It's probably going to be pass rusher or linebacker. I don't know if there's any linebacker worth taking at 3. You could tell me that, Rashad, but
say what?
I don't know if there's a linebacker worth taking at 3, but you could tell me that.
Probably you won't probably get to your really good linebackers to about pick 8 to 12. You know, you got Sewell and a couple other guys, Clemson's linebackers. There's a couple you could take in like the top 15, but top 3, ain't no linebackers that good.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering.
But we need a lot. That's why picks are so important.
So maybe you trade down, get some picks,
could potentially
get your linebacker and then build the team. I mean, because the next coach is going to get some time.
I just think that when you got a new head coach coming in and they get the opportunity to pick their guy, I do think that they're going to take a quarterback. I think they're going to have a chance to hang their hat on a young quarterback on a rookie deal. And it does give us an opportunity to kind of hit the reset button. It allows you to pay guys like Brian Burns and bring in some bigger time free agents, because you're going to have that rookie, similar to what the Eagles are doing. You're going to have the opportunity to pay those guys because you have a quarterback on a rookie deal. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I'm more interested, before we even talk about quarterback, I need to know who the coach is. Who's our head coach? Because that's what really matters to me. You can pick Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. If your head coach is a bum, it's not going to matter. So give me the head coach.
I completely agree with you. The coach, whoever the coach is going to be, is going to matter. I don't think we're talking about that enough, because depending on who the coach is, you might not want him taking a quarterback in the first round. Because everybody that was talking about, we should have took Fields in the first round. I'm like, do you really think Fields would have worked out with Matt Rule as a coach? I don't.
I saw that tweet. I hate that. All that stuff is clickbaity to me. Like, what are we going to, like, you can't change the past, bro.
It's not even about that.
I get sick of it. No, I hear what you're saying, Dave. No, I hear what you're saying. I just think it's stupid.
You talking about the one from my boy Catgrave, right?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I retweeted and replied, and I was like, bro,
I saw it.
Matt Rule was still our coach.
It's stupid. We can't change what happened, bro. We're gonna sit and cry about us not getting judged. That was years ago. Like, let that shit go.
It's not even about that for me. It's about the fact that I know who our head coach was. Like, you're assuming that all of a sudden our head coach was going to turn into a coach. And that's hard for me to believe, because I sat here and saw what the heck I saw for years. So I don't think him showing up wouldn't have done anything. At worst, it would have been something closer to what Urban Meyer did than anything else.
Bro,
and that's the thing that I don't think people don't want to accept. Like, people think that this guy's just going to show up and then it's going to be it's going to fix all our problems. No. It's all about what the coach is going to do too. Like,
Fields would have caught L's just like he catching right now.
So the thing is, right, Cam Newton wouldn't have worked without Ron. They needed each other. I don't give a damn what you guys think about Ron. They needed each other. They were a package deal. Like, y'all don't want to accept that because how y'all feel about Ron and how y'all love Cam. They don't go to the Super Bowl without each other. That's a fact. But I digress. Carry on. Let's go to the next stock down, because you damn sure shouldn't have no stock ups today.
I got one stock up. Yes, I do.
Who? Joe Mixon for helping me win my fantasy game? That's the only one you got.
We'll get there.
I know it ain't him.
CJ Henderson stock down, bro. It's
rough.
It's
Joe Mixon was chewing his behind up.
He was
destroying him. That's all I got. Move on. Who's the next guy? Let's go. Who's the next guy?
Nah, dog. No, we got to talk about CJ for a second. Because it's. I gotta eat. Listen, I've eaten my crow on CJ. I told y'all, I'm a big fan of CJ. But I would let me just play a little bit of devil advocate here. Maybe coaching was holding him back. Maybe getting Evan Cooper ass up out of here is gonna help CJ. I'm reaching. I know I'm reaching, but that's my dog, CJ. That's my dog. And I put a lot of stock behind CJ, and it's tanking. It's tanking
Hey,
quicker than GameStop.
I got
These
a question
streets,
for
man.
you. Who's the secondary coach before my guy took it over? Who was the secondary coach before the guy that just got fired took over?
I don't know. Forgot.
Steve Wilkes.
Oh.
Carry on. Carry on. Carry.
Yo, that's funny. You're right. Yeah, you're right. He was more like a
the
defensive
hell.
assistant, so he wasn't.
No, we're not doing
He
that.
wasn't solely focused. He wasn't solely focused on the. Yo, that's funny. Yo, that's funny. B.
We're not doing that. No,
yeah, that's funny.
I'm not doing that. No,
you're right though. You're right.
No,
you're right. You're right.
No,
you're right.
Carry on. He just ain't
CJ,
working out, bro. When I saw Joe Mixon run that route that was more than like 5 yards to get that last TD, I was like, all right, he just ain't built for this, bro. And that's okay.
So CJ gave up 8 receptions on 8 targets, 2 to Joe Mixon, 1 to Hayden Hurst, 3 to Tyler Boyd, 2 to T. Higgins for 65 yards. Gave him a touchdown. So he had a rough day. Rough day. They were targeting him immediately. As soon as the whistle blow, they was going right after homie, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like no holds barred. They just went right after him, bro. He was the weakest link, and he got exposed. But yeah, it ain't really working out. He got a long way to go and he's still on a rookie deal. He still got time. I think there's a lot of upside in this game, but it ain't really working out, B. It ain't really working out. It's not. So I got to eat the crow on CJ Henderson. All right. Stock that. All the linebackers, bro. All the linebackers get stocked down. My man Shaq Thompson, all of them, they were all garbage. Like, I never in my life would I thought I would have seen. So people will look at the game and they be like, yo, our defensive line, they did play like trash. The defensive line they couldn't stop the run. Bro, your linebackers have to play their gaps. They have to get off blocks. They have to play their part in stopping the run. Nobody did their part. The linebackers couldn't get off any blocks. Everybody's reacting late. My man Joe Mixon is running 9 yards before he's even touched, B. And it pains me because Shaq played so well. As soon as he made that switch to number 7, we thought Shaq turned into a whole nother cat. Shaq, they can't tackle, bro. You got Steve Wilkes talking about fundamentals, B, in the press conference. We still talking about fundamentals, fam. Really? Is that what we talking about? Fundamentals?
Fundamentals. That's where we at. Fundamentals.
So we got ran all over by Atlanta a couple weeks ago. Now the Bengals ran all over us. We cannot stop the run. Our linebacking core is trash.
Why do you think I wore this shirt? And just so you guys know, for those who are new to the show, I typically don't look at the slides before Rashad goes live with them. Why do you think I wore this shirt? Why do you think I asked you whether or not there was a linebacker worth taking at 3 when they were talking about 3? That we might have the 3rd pick. Dog, we need a linebacker. Bad, bro. Yeah. Like, bad. That's why I keep talking about the fact that I've been a fan since this team's been here, and I don't remember us not having a great linebacker. I don't. Fam. Dog. Dude, we got to fix this. And this is coming from somebody who didn't think they should have took Luke in that draft. I wanted Fletcher Cox.
No, I did though.
I know you did, and I gave you credit.
In fact, I called it. Yeah.
No, you did. You absolutely called it. I thought we needed Fletcher Cox. Now, don't get me wrong. Fletcher Cox balled for Philadelphia. He did. He sure did. And we still ended up getting that tackle next year. But, I wasn't mad because Luke ended up he's going to be a Hall of Famer. And I love Luke. But I thought the need was tackle. But I respect the fact that Luke was BPA. But, bro, because my thing was we had Beeson. So I felt like, oh, we got Beeson. We good. But even that, like Morgan, Beeson, we've had all these great linebackers over our history. We out here not naming linebackers now, bro. Like, that's where we're at this point.
Yeah, and
You
just
gotta get a linebacker.
yeah, and we're not gonna think about the style of play that the Carolina Panthers want to employ, right? Think about they want to play good defense and they want to have a game manager at quarterback. That's what they want. And you can't, there's no way you can employ that. That you can't do that without your defense playing well, right? And they're not playing well, bro. The defense is not playing well. We can't stop a nosebleed out in these streets. And it's ugly. And the linebackers are playing their part in that. You know, Frankie Louvu has completely disappeared almost. Like somebody put a BPA at our homie. I ain't seen Oos in a minute. So like I think he got a sack, but did he get it? No, he didn't get a sack. Did he? I think he got a sack the game prior. But yeah, I just the linebackers, bro. It ain't it. Brandon Smith. You saw he missed a tackle in the backfield. He needs some time, bro. He's not ready. I told y'all at the start of the season, Brandon Smith was not ready. Hopefully he will improve and get better and be ready for next year, but he's not ready this year, bro. He's not. He's just not ready. He's got some things he need to work on.
You know what the craziest thing about it is? About the fact that we haven't had no linebackers over the past couple of years, bro? That bothers me more than anything else. The fact that the former head coach of this team, that's the position that he played. That's what he played at Penn State. He played linebacker. So
did you see the film?
I don't give a damn about the film.
You ain't never seen Matt Rule take.
I don't need to see the highlight film of Matt Rule. My point is that he ain't even realize the importance of the position that he played. To have a damn elite level guy at the position. Like that bothers me a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. That bothers me a little bit. It does. Like, you played the position, and that's been your weaker position. That's been your weaker position since you took over as the coach. Actually, I mean, if they would have kept Perriman's ass, they would have kept Perriman. We might have been all right. But, you know, Perriman didn't want to get the shot, so they kind of got him out of here.
Perriman was he been balling.
Perriman was balling.
I don't know about this year. Last year he was balling. I really heard his name too much.
Yeah, I ain't heard about him this year, but last year, the year that he signed him, he was balling.
My man was on a whole nother level last year. But yeah, linebackers get a stock down, bro, because that was piss poor effort by them. Not a good look. Not a good look at all. Let's move on. Defensive line. Dave, this is another. I mean, I could give stock down for the whole defense. But bro, our defensive line is trash. Like, you want to talk about another gap?
Brian Burns did okay.
Bro, but he was playing hurt. And shout out to Derrick Brown. Derrick Brown was also sick during the game. He did not play in the second half or most of the second half. So I think that's really what him not feeling well. They just exposed that joint. They exposed.
I mean, you kind of gave YGM a stock down the other week. Was it last week or the week before?
Stock up. I gave him stock up.
No, YGM. You gave YGM a stock up.
Yeah, I gave him a stock up. Yeah, because he played well against. I believe was it Atlanta?
YGM
was it? Or was it? No, it was the Bucks. It was the Bucks. He played well. Yeah, he played well a couple of games ago, B. You gotta give him some credit when credit is due. I'm not about to sit up here and destroy cats.
He only got like a sack.
Nah, he played well, bro. A couple of games ago, he was playing well. Yesterday, bro, I don't even know he be out there, B. I don't even know if he be out there, dog. Like, it's just not working out. Dog, YGM, it's not you. It's not me. It's you. Like, you gotta figure something out.
This is third season, ain't it?
Yes. This is year 3 for him. It's not working out, bro. YGM. This is no disrespect. This is no disrespect to YGM. And if he sees this, my bad. But yo, he's just no better than a rotational piece, B. He's no better than a rotational. He's a rotational end at best, and we got him as a starting DN. A damn near every down end too.
We took him as
It's
a second round
it's just
pick.
not it.
Where we took him second round?
Second round. Yes, second round.
Yeah, if you don't pick this shit up soon, man, that the B that you don't want is about to appear on his resume at the end of this season, guys. I ain't gonna say it yet, but he's got a couple time.
Shout out to Red Boy with another super chat. It says CJ, Dante, and all them linebackers can slide, and please let my guy Chin get back on the field.
Well, Chin's hurt.
He
should be back next week.
To return. It should be back this week.
They're saying he might play Thursday.
He could play on Thursday, so we don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, YGM, that's another need. Like we talk about, y'all sit up here and talk about quarterback, but bro, we got a lot of needs. Edge rusher is one of them. YGM, Marquise Haynes. With all due respect, bro, them dudes, they not bringing the heat, bro. They ain't it. We need somebody to. And y'all, I know y'all trying to kill Burns, but bro, you take Burns off of this squad, B. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, B.
Oh my God, it would be ugly if they took Burns off.
Should they consider taking those 2 picks, 3 picks? Probably the way we look at it, but you take Burns off the squad.
Another reason why I wore this shirt. I know how you guys feel about Brian Burns, but good pass rushers are hard to find. And he's only 24 years old. You can't trade an asset like that because you can't assume you can just find that in the draft. They're hard to find, bro.
You create another hole, B. Like we would have had to draft 2 edge rushers at that point. And
you gotta hope that you hit. Like that's the thing that people don't realize. You gotta hit. Like you gotta hit on these cats. Like drafting them is one thing, hitting is another. Rashad just posted a picture of 2 teams that didn't hit on a damn quarterback in the same draft. And there's like another guy that got drafted in that same draft that busted before Josh Allen got taken. Like before Lamar Jackson. So it's like, come on, guys. It's not that simple.
So T. Holiday says the Rams trade is going to hurt us. 2 firsts and the second for Burns was a no-brainer. I don't think he's a top 10 defensive end. They hard to find, bro. Pass rushers, they hard to find, man. They hard to find, bro. So I feel like I see
the problem. You know what the problem with y'all is? Y'all think everybody can. Y'all think you can easily find an Aaron Donald. You can't. There's only one of them.
I see both sides of the coin, bro. I see the aspect of wanting to take those picks. But you're right. The problem is you gotta hit. You gotta hit on those picks. And you okay, he might not. Sorry.
This is it. No, this is the response. We drafted Haynes, YGM, Deshaun Hall, Amari Barno. Y'all think we're gonna hit another DE? We just spent like a 10-minute diatribe about YGM. And y'all out here thinking that we could just draft another pass rusher that easily. Matter of fact, the last great pass rusher we had on our roster was someone we picked up in free agency, and that was Hassan Reddick. And we let his ass walk to Philadelphia.
And let him walk.
So like what are we talking about here, guys? Like, what are we talking about? It's not that simple. You think that just draft like trading McCaffrey's easy because you can replace that production. Trading a pass rusher, that ain't something that's easy to replace. And we can see that trading a linebacker ain't easy to replace either. Because, we still trying to find
just to address this, T. Holiday, he's right. He is going to want double. It's going to be 20 something. He's going to get paid, bro. The thing with that is though, is that if you have a quarterback on a rookie deal, it makes it the pill a little bit more easy to swallow because you're going to be able to build around that rookie quarterback. So that's kind of the balancing act they have to play when it comes to paying Brian Burns or paying a quarterback. Like those are things you're gonna have to balance. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, bro. But yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. Defensive line as a whole, I just didn't play. I think Ioannidis, Burns, and I believe somebody else had 2 pressures each. We only had 8 pressures total, and then the bulk of the pressures came from 3 dudes. So
Burns got a sack, didn't he?
Yeah, Burns got a sack. He did get a sack, and Amari Barno got a sack too, but it came in the garbage time. But the sack is the sack. So it is what it. Yeah, we not looking so hot. We need to figure out this pass rush. You got all these guys like Jared just said, Amari Barno, Marquise Haynes. Nah, those ain't it. Those dudes ain't it. No, we need somebody to go alongside Brian Burns. I don't know how we gonna get him. We're gonna have to get him. Yeah, Louisville had a couple too. Thank you for the Port City. But yeah, so yeah, that's them. And Dave, this is who I gave stock up to. Terrace Marshall.
I figured he was in.
Terrace Marshall had a.
You know the irony of that is. So on my fantasy show, I had a couple folks asking me, should I start Terrace Marshall in fantasy? And my response was no, because I felt like he was a wide receiver 4 at best. And I didn't feel like he was startable material. And he had a pretty good game because he got a garbage TD. And I stand by with what I said. I don't anticipate that my team's going to get blown out every damn week. I don't anticipate that my team is going to always have.
I don't know.
I don't. Like, fam, I don't. I don't anticipate that my quarterback's going to throw for 6 yards, get bits, and Baker Mayfield plays. Then Baker Mayfield throws a garbage TD to Terrace Marshall. I don't anticipate that. Matter of fact, this could have turned from the worst. What could have happened was.
But Dave, hold on. You got to pump the brakes because you talking about garbage time. Last week wasn't garbage time.
No,
last week when he was getting buckets,
touchdown.
That wasn't. They damn sure had the opportunity to. He got 2 or 3 red zone targets last week. They tried to get him a touchdown.
They tried.
They tried to get it to him. He didn't.
They did.
But they damn sure tried.
They tried. My point is that
is you a fantasy guru or should I be the fantasy guru? You should start Terrace Marshall. He's gonna get these buckets. He's gonna get these buckets.
Nah, fam.
Bro.
There's too many better options, bro. Right. You out here trying to start a damn. You out here like if you think Carolina's gonna be horrific. Listen, if you think Carolina's gonna be horrifically that bad, if you're in tank mode, start Terrace Marshall. If you in tank season, start Terrace Marshall. If you wanted to tank truthers, start Terrace Marshall. You can't start him on a week-to-week basis if you believe that Carolina has chances to win these games. Because if that's the case, we're a run-first team. We're not out here slinging the ball like that, bro. PJ Walker wasn't scheduled to throw the ball more than 20 times in that game. Bro, he wasn't.
I don't care what you're talking about. Terrace Marshall is getting these targets, B. He's getting the
not if you're only throwing the ball 20 times.
Bro, he's getting these opportunities, man. He's getting these buckets. He's hooping right now. He's hooping. And you hating. He's hooping and you hating.
I'm not hating.
I'm
not hating.
And y'all, who y'all gonna listen to? Dave or me?
You retired. That's me.
I should unretire to give the advice because I don't know, bro. I don't know. Your advice a little shaky. Your advice a little shaky, Dave.
Throw your little 4-5 on if you want. Go ahead, throw your little 1.
Hey, Dave, your advice a little shaky, dog. Terrace should be. You should pick up Terrace in all leagues and start.
My man last week against Atlanta. He got 9 targets. He got 6 this week.
Yeah,
he got less targets this week than he got the week before.
But he got the touchdown, did he not? And he had 2 red zone targets last week. They tried to get him a touchdown last week, bro. Is you watch, Dave? I don't think you be watching. Was you watching or no?
No,
was you drinking? Or was you watching?
I drink a lot. I drink a lot.
We know. I don't think he was watching because Terrace Marshall.
But
definitely was
like
getting the opportunity,
dog. Bro. So you're telling me that Terrace Marshall is a top 30 wide receiver? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Start Terrace Marshall.
No. Answer the damn question. No. Answer the damn question. Answer the question. I'll ask it to you again. Is he a top 30 wide receiver?
Start Terrace Marshall.
You ain't answer my question. Is he a top 30
I
wide
don't
receiver?
care what you talking about. Start Terrace Marshall. He's balling right now.
Is he a top 30 wide receiver?
And shout out to my man that I gave the Terrace Marshall jersey to at training camp. You win. You won. You the real MVP. You won because you guys. I told y'all about Terrace, bro. Yo, Rule was holding him back.
This is the peak.
Rule was holding him back.
He ain't the highest. This is the highest he could go. You don't put him as a wide receiver too. Somebody was asking me to wide receiver too.
Dave said, "Don't even pick him up. Don't even waste a
roster." No, I did. No. I did not say that.
That's what Dave said.
I did not say that. He was on my waiver wire 2 weeks ago. I did not say that. As soon as we traded Robbie Anderson, I said, "Go get Terrace Marshall." I did not say that. Let me be clear. Once Robbie's ass had his little tirade, I said, "Go get Marshall." So let's not do that.
Hey, T. Wells, they don't want me to pod. They don't want me to pod.
If you want me to pod, go watch the tape.
T. Wells, they don't want me to pod, homie. They don't want me to pod. It's all good. Say
that again for the people in the bell shelter, guy. Say that for the people in the back. He can't play Joe Burrow every week.
When Terrace Marshall balls on Thursday, just holler at me. Don't say nothing. I'm a victory lap that whole pod, Dave. You better hope Terrace Marshall has 0 targets, because I'm a victory lap that whole pod next. I'm really gonna pod next week.
Y'all ain't ready.
I'm a pod for real.
Listen, y'all ain't ready for my opinion on Thursday night football games, bro. I'm not a fan of playing cats on Thursdays. I don't give a damn who it is, but because DJ Moore didn't have a good day. Did you stock out for DJ?
Nope, no, I didn't. You know what? Nobody could get him the damn ball. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah. How many targets did DJ have last week? I didn't even check.
Probably like 3.
Let me check. You'd be surprised. Like so Terrace this week had 6. He only had 3. He had 3 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown this week. That's what Marshall had. So what did DJ have? Let me check.
Less than that.
Let's see. Yeah. He had 6 targets too. He had the same amount of targets as DJ Moore. 2 catches, 24 yards. No TDs. They had the same amount of targets. That's a whole different discussion how you should feel about that, because that should not happen, by the way. You know that, and I know that. DJ Moore and Terrace Marshall should not have the same amount of targets.
Yeah, the DJ Moore disrespect was real on Sunday. They couldn't get him the ball. Yes, not a good look. Tight ends get our tight end. You know what's crazy to me? I had a slide for the tight ends too. I had them on stock down too. I know Trimble had that nice touchdown
catch.
Let me see. I know he had a nice touchdown catch, but the tight ends, bro, it's amazing to me how we would draw up more plays for tight ends than he will for DJ Moore. They will force the football to a tight end before they'll force the football to DJ Moore. Quick
question for you, bro. How many targets do you think Trimble had?
I don't care. Too many.
He had 4, and Ian Thomas didn't have any. And Sullivan was inactive.
And who's the one that's paid?
Look, man, I'm just trying to give you the numbers. I understand how you feel about the situation. I'm just trying to give you the numbers.
Shout out to Carson. Carson definitely got the Terrace Marshall jersey signed for me. Shout out to Carson, man. Carson's my guy. But yeah, I don't rock with any. The tight ends, bro. That's another need that we need low key that y'all really sleeping on. Like, we need a pass catching tight end that can help our quarterback. Because right now, Tommy Trimble had a throw that was right in his hands, and he dropped it, couldn't catch it. And that was pretty much the doom. After that, we couldn't get anything going. So that one catch alone, not to say that it would have completely changed the game. We still would have got our ass whooped, but that was a drive stopper.
Bro, I'm looking at the stat sheet. And let me tell you something. Oh my God. I knew, God, PJ was terrible last week.
What were you gonna say?
No, that's it. That's the tweet. That's it. God, the man had a QB rating of 0. God, he was terrible last week.
Yeah.
I feel like they abandoned. I feel like they abandoned the run too soon too. But that's a whole different discussion for a different day.
Well, shit. When you behind 21-0 in the first quarter, it's a little tough. It's a little tough to get the run game going, Dave. It's a little tough.
Not if you only let that man throw less than 10 times the entire freaking half. It ain't a little tough at all if you ain't even trying.
Dave, do you realize we didn't have we only had we had zero first downs
down the whole half.
So what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? Stop looking at the stats, bro. Look at the game, bro. Look at what
I looked at the game. I watched it.
We had zero first downs in the first half. Now, only first down we had was at the hands of the ref.
Yep. Three completions. Terrible.
So what you want him to do? You want him to establish a run off of no first downs to get behind 21-0 and then start running the football? Bro, it was over. It was over, bro. We ain't had no time. It was a wrap. It was a wrap. We terrible game.
Nixon killed us, bro.
Yeah, he went
killed
nuts.
us. Killed us. All right.
That was it. Wilkes owed me today.
Oh yeah, you should lower my shit. You didn't call. You didn't.
I can update. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. Okay, we'll update it live on the show. Where do you want to go, Dave?
Lower that shit. Keep going.
God, dog.
Keep going.
Dave.
Stop right there.
Damn.
It stays there until he shows me that he can show up.
God.
So even if he beats Atlanta on Thursday, he stays there. He stays there. Dave. He stays there until he shows me that he can game plan against a non-conference opponent.
Damn.
Period.
Dave,
I'm serious.
Wilkes meter on the hot seat.
He stays there until he shows me that he can game plan against a non. Like I gave him a pass with the Rams because it was such a crazy week, and then he showed out against the Bucks. Then Atlanta, it was just the kicker situation, the penalty, whatever. But no, he stays there until he shows me he can game plan in a non-conference opponent. He needs to show me that he can be competitive against a non-NFC South team. Once he shows me that, then I will raise it up. I will bring it back to what it was prior. But until then, he stays there. It ain't at 0 yet. I ain't by the chair yet. Like he got a little bit of space.
Dave Beard is on fire right now, but he ain't all the way down there. But God, so I did drop mine too. That performance was not acceptable. That's not the way you get.
Fam, I was furious. After it was 21-0. And then when it got to 35-0, I was done. I would have left the bar if I didn't have to stay there to go get my AirPod situated. He stays there. He stays there until further. He stays there until he shows me he can coach outside of the division. Now that being said, the whole fiasco going on with the Colts right now, man, he's probably smiling just a tad.
Now let's talk about it, Dave.
Frank Reich got fired as the head coach of the Saints, and they announced that Jeff Saturday is going to be the interim head coach until further notice. And there's no Rooney Rule when it comes to interim head coach, but I just think it's interesting that somebody with no head coaching experience at a college or a pro level gets an opportunity to be an interim head coach for an NFL team. And I don't give a damn if he's been a player. I just think it's insane that he gets that somebody gets that level of an opportunity. That's wild to me. And I think that's pretty much another exhibit A for the lawsuit. Because people forget that Wilkes is part of that lawsuit with Brian Flores.
So this is an interesting question. No, Saturday was not even on the staff. He was coaching high school football.
No, he was working for ESPN.
I thought he was coaching high school football too.
And working for ESPN. He was out here on First Take and Get Up. My man went from Get Up to coaching the Colts.
Yeah,
dog.
That's not cool.
Damn.
They fumbled that big time, bro.
Damn.
And we thought.
And then when they asked Irsay about it, he was like, "I'm happy he doesn't have any NFL experience." What, bruh? He was just on the My man was on live television the other day, and now he's an NFL head coach. He probably was critical of Frank Reich before he got fired, and now he's an NFL head coach. So, like, I understand. Look, don't get me wrong, man. The owners can do what they want. It's their team. But I think it's more about how you tread when you know you're in a situation. You know you're getting sued This is like your couch moment on Chappelle. Shout out Chappelle. He's doing SNL this weekend. But yo. Now that's how you tank, by the way. You see what the Colts doing? You want to tank? Bring in somebody that doesn't have any NFL head coaching experience. That's how you tank.
Yo, that's wild, man. Yo,
Fam.
That's wild.
That's how you tank. You want to talk about, we don't take it in NFL. That's how you tank. Bring in a guy with no NFL head coaching experience. That's how you do it. That's how you're supposed to do it. So all you tank truthers, that's what you're supposed to do. Bring in a guy with absolutely no experience. So anyway,
yeah,
my man went from NFL center to ESPN NFL analyst to interim head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. What a time!
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So Sheriff Santos says, Sharif, pardon me if I mispronounce your name, says, why don't they use Barno or Smith as pass rushers? Barno did play. And they both did play in garbage time. So I can't give you an answer as to why they don't play during a competitive game, but I don't know. I can't give you the answer to that. You might have to ask Steve Wilks if you get a chance, because I don't know. I have no idea. No clue. But yeah, I do think this is part of it, though. I do think this is part of it. They're not quite, their bodies aren't quite ready for prime time yet. Pause. I think they got a little ways to go to kind of get their weight up.
I remember this. I remember when they sucked for luck. How many Super Bowls did they win? Oh, that's right. None. They didn't win any. And he's already out the league. None. They didn't win any. It doesn't work, guys. Why didn't it work? They couldn't get a line behind him. They didn't get the pieces around him so he can actually succeed. Terrible organization.
Yo, my bad. Just realized Dave said earlier that college basketball started. Florida State lost to Stetson. Crazy.
Dog, yo.
Already.
Arkansas Pine Bluff was losing to TCU. I don't know if they were able to hold up or not. I gotta check now. Let me check.
Yes, crazy.
Yo, dog. Like they were down by 20. Now. They were down by 20.
All right, let's move on. Rookie report, I didn't update that. NFC South rankings. Tampa is now in the lead. I think
2 games out, baby.
Yeah, if the scoreboard. What's the score for the Ravens game, Dave? It's Ravens Saints game.
17-3.
And it looks 17-3. Ravens up on the Saints.
I'm worried. Like I'm on my old. I'm on my Monday Night Miracle action right now, but the Saints looks terrible, bro. They might get benched. He might get benched to Taysom Hill, and I'm about to lose. I'm going up against Taysom Hill in fantasy right now. So
next week we're gonna have the Atlanta Falcons Thursday night blackout game. So they will debut the black helmets, one of which I have right over there in the corner. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. We'll get a chance to see the all blacks. It's gonna be dope. Can't wait for that. Yeah. So the draft order. If you are paying attention, your ears to the street, we are picking number 2 overall. So right now,
Houston, they want to do a mock draft. Somebody requesting a mock draft.
Yeah, we got time. We got time to run through one. Yeah, we'll do that because this show kind of short anyway because I ain't update everything. But Houston is the only team picking in front of us. I don't see any victories on their radar anytime soon. And yeah, so that's it. That's it. All right, let's. I think that was it. Let's run a mock real quick. Let me see if I can pull up this mock draft. I like using Pro Football Network's mock draft simulator because their trades are more reasonable than mock draft database. Mock draft database trades are trash. So I like using PFN. All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
I hate this. Maybe I should have zoomed out.
All right, now we gotta take a quarterback here, right?
Hold on real quick. I might need to. I had to restart. Here we go. Much better. All right. Bryce Young went. Bryce Young went number 1 overall. So here we are, sitting here with C.J. Stroud or Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. No trade offers. No trade offer. Typically we get a trade offer, but no trade offers. So what y'all trying to do? Take CJ? All right, I'm not gonna waste time. Let's take CJ Stroud, because I know that's what y'all want to do.
You know they want a quarterback. You know they itching for one.
Yeah, I ain't wasting no time there. All right, Dave. So we could trade back. I think that's a late. It's gonna be a late second and a third. We do have a couple second round picks there. We have 2 second round picks, so just FYI.
I'll pass.
Next one, it's kind of similar. I think we should.
I think I would take that one.
You giving up another? Nah,
because you get the earlier third. You get the earlier third, and you keep your third.
But you give up a I don't know what that is, 5th maybe.
That's a 264.
I'm good. I'm gonna reject that because I see Bijan Robinson sit right there, so I may need to reject this. I'm gonna reject that. So Bijan Robinson is here. And we talked about the running back. Deontay Foreman's on a 1-year deal. So this is an interesting little conundrum here because linebackers, Justin Flo. See,
we're taking that
all the linebackers go and the good ones go in the first round. So just kind of give you the lay of the land here. So if you look at linebackers, you got Noah Sewell,
13.
There is another one, the Clemson Trenton Simpson, Henry To'o. So they're all going in the first round. So this is where we are. So you can go a couple of different ways here. Bijan Robinson, Javon Dexter is interesting. Darnell Washington, I've continuously take him as a tight end in the second round. I've done that multiple times. Yeah, that's kind of where we are.
Take Robinson.
Yeah, y'all want me to take Bijan? They said no running back this early. I like Bijan too. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll take Bijan.
I would say take an edge.
I'm gonna take Bijan just to mix it up a little bit. We'll mix it up a little bit. Here we go.
There's no guarantee that we're gonna sign. There's no guarantee we're gonna sign back Foreman.
So Darnell Washington's still on the board, but at the same time, it's gonna be a long time before we get to our next pick, which is gonna be pick 83. It's gonna be a long time before we get there, and we need a linebacker bad. So you got this kid. I saw one, Justin Flo. I don't think he fits kind of what we want to do. He's only 6'2" at 236. A little bit of a smaller linebacker. So I'm not sure if he's the one I want. But they're saying Flo. Y'all saying Flo. I do like Verse too. Verse from Florida State. I like Jared Verse a lot. I don't know where he's at. Did he go already?
What's,
Yeah, he just
what's the
went ahead of us.
linebacker? What's the linebackers looking like now?
It ain't looking
Take
too
Flo.
good. No, I just told you I
Flo's
don't like
gone.
Flo. I don't like
What about
Flo. He's
Pace?
too
What about
small.
Pace?
Pace, I'm not too familiar with him. I'm not too familiar with his game. The one I like is Jack Campbell, and I probably would take Jack Campbell in a third, but he won't make it back around to us. He ain't gonna make it back around to us. So I like Darnell Washington, 6'7", 270, 270 something, 265, tight end. That's who I like. But
Well,
I
I'm
think
taking.
I think I think Darnell is gonna be the pick here. So Darnell Washington, we gotta hope that so I see where I want to go here. I'm gonna reject this because I see a pick that I want. I like
Like,
Ika. Yeah, I like I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the
no, we got to
defensive
take a
tackle from Baylor.
linebacker, bro. We got to take a
We
linebacker, bro.
do. We do. But the linebackers, oh, Campbell's still here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Campbell. I'm gonna take Jack Campbell because I like Jack Campbell. And I think although I do like the interior defensive lineman, I'm gonna go take Jack Campbell there. But I do like Ika too. He's nice. All right, this I'm going to read. That's actually not too bad, but I'm gonna reject it just for the sake of Zion Nelson. I like a lot. Let's see here. Who else we got? I like Corey Durden. I draft Corey Durden in every draft. I like him a lot. But this is where it gets tricky because I think you can go offensive line depth. You can go you can go defensive tackle.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the edge.
Yeah, edge rusher. Okay, fair enough. We've been loafing on edge a little bit. I like Brenton Cox. Pause. I'm not too familiar with this Jalen Trice kid, but you in the range now where it's like you don't really know what you're gonna get. We already took a tight end, so they're saying edge rusher. We're gonna go with the edge from the BPA edge is going to be Braylon Trice out of Washington. I'm not familiar with this game, to be honest with you. They're saying Derek Hall from Auburn. I'm not mad at that. I take Hall. You want me to take Hall? I take Hall. Hall from Auburn. I ain't mad at that. All right, here we go. We back right on the board again. I really want to go Corey Durden here. Or Ron. I'll take Ronnie Bell too. I like Ronnie Bell at receiver. I think we could use another receiver. That's just me. I think you should draft a receiver every year. That's just my opinion. But hey. Y'all want to go Corey Durden? That's my pick. This said long snapper. Double dip a linebacker. I'm not too sure about the Purdue kid. Or Mozzie Smith. We picked Mozzie last time. I go either Mozzie Smith or Corey Durden. We got to get the interior fixed. Are the Tennessee wide receivers gone? Let's see. Let me check. Yeah, I think the one. Yeah, they gone. Durden or Mozzie. I think I'm gonna go with I take Durden all the time. I'll go with Mozzie this time. We'll take Mozzie Smith. Pick 133 back on the board again. I wouldn't mind taking the cornerback. I always take Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson at Syracuse. I watch his game a lot. I like Garrett Wilson personally. Let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Garrett Wilson here. I like Garrett Wilson. Or Williams,
Same
excuse me.
name,
Garrett Williams.
same name as the wide
Garrett
receiver
Williams. Garrett
from the
Williams, my
team.
bad.
Oh,
No,
Williams,
Garrett
not
Williams.
Wilson.
Williams, my bad. Garrett
Okay.
Williams. We got two more picks here. Another edge rusher, they say. Who's the best edge rusher? Brock Martin from Oklahoma State.
The more the merrier. We got a lot of picks.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think some of these are projected comp picks.
I didn't realize I had that many picks.
Oh, we could take an Appalachian State kid. He kind of like Jamie Robinson. I'll take a safety. We need another safety too. I like Jamie Robinson. Interior offensive line. Ain't really too much. Just West Virginia offensive lineman. 6'7", 234. That sounds like a plan. I'm taking him. Guard. Who else we got? Edge from Wisconsin. He like Miles Murphy from UNC. Edge from I like Autumn Bell, man. I'm gonna take Chris Autumn Bell for the road.
Yeah.
Minnesota wide receiver. I like him. All right, here's our draft. This completes our draft. CJ Stroud, Bijan Robinson. Fixing that offense. We need some offensive help. Paired up with our new head coach. Then we go and pick a tight end, game changer, can block, can catch, can do it all. Darnell Washington, Jack Campbell. We need a linebacker. We got a linebacker. Edge Derek Hall out of Auburn. Go put his old running mate in Derek Brown. I don't know if they play together. That just sounded nice. Then we got Mozzie Smith, interior defensive tackle. Garrett Williams, cornerback from Syracuse. Doug Nestor from West Virginia, and Chris Autumn Bell out of Minnesota. I like this. This is not a bad draft. It's better than the one I did for my draft Monday.
9 picks, man. Can't complain about that. Got a lot of folks that could potentially start too. Because you consider that, like I said, Stroud will probably walk right in and be the starter week 1 because of the circumstances at the quarterback position. Because I don't see us re-signing Sam or Baker. Or PJ for that matter. It might just be him and Corral battling it out, which would be interesting. Bijan Robinson will definitely start out of the gate. Darnell Washington will probably be a backup starting out. I think Trimble will still be the starter. Maybe with Ian Thomas, we'll see. But I think Jack Campbell will walk right in. Derek Hall will probably do some damage early. PJ is a restricted free agent.
Yeah, he's only on a 1-year deal, and he's restricted free agent after this. Good chance he's back next year. I'm sure they'll keep him as a backup. Trade deadline is over, so he's not going nowhere. Shaq ain't going nowhere. If it happens, it won't be till next season. Appreciate the super chat, bro. All right, Dave, that being said, we got anything else? Because your boy is tired. I'm tired.
I just saw A&T beat Edward Waters by like almost 40 points. And I'm watching this game because I got fantasy implications. But other than that, man, I'm about to hit the hay my damn self because I'm tired too. But because the Saints ain't really giving the Ravens any type of fits. So this game ain't really that competitive. They're in the fourth quarter now, so
still 17-3.
It's 17-6 now. They just got a field goal.
They got a field goal. Wow.
Yeah, but the Dalton ain't hitting no much. So,
all right, man, we getting up out of here. We will see y'all. Well, I don't know if we're gonna hit up Big Low to do another preview. I don't know if it's necessary because since we played Thursday, I got class Friday. On Wednesday, so it had to be Wednesday night if we're gonna get up with Big Low again. But we'll let y'all know. Make sure
let us
y'all
know. Let me
hit
know.
that notification bell and all that good stuff so y'all know if we go live. But Thursday night's the game. I will be going to the game live, so there will be no live stream unless Dave does it.
I'll think about it. We'll see. Because since it's on Prime Video, I might do it.
Yeah, we'll see. So Dave might do a live stream for y'all. I'll be at the game. But make sure that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, get in the comments, all that good stuff. We out. We'll holler at y'all.
Peace, guys.
Sometime. We'll holler at y'all. Know the game. Know the game. Peace out.
I'll be fantasies tomorrow, so I'll go over waivers tomorrow. We'll talk about handcuffs tomorrow.
And tell them about Terrace Marshall Day.